Eh, Alright, another Teen Wolf review. Devoid, however you wish to look at it. So, with this episode, Void Styles is in full swing, if you want to think of it that way. Episode immediately picks up with where the last one gave off with the sheriff, Derek, Chris Argent, and Allison having a standoff in in Derek's loft, and Allison tries to tase Styles, and he just kind of grabs the tase at a midair and throws it aside, and he throws Derek against the wall, and and the sun's going down, and they're like, oh no, he wants you to kill him. He's like, no, that's not what I want you to do. And then the Oni show up, and he's like, I want you to protect me. So they have to fight the Oni. So Scott and Kira show up, and I guess and the Oni are gone, and so is Styles. So Kira crashes at Scott's house, and they end up kissing, which is, I guess a big moment. I guess, I don't know, I don't care, but you know, and then we see that Kira's mom goes to Eichen house to hide the blade for the Oni there, and Styles meets her there, and he takes the knife and he cuts open his stomach, and he starts and flies start just like with the guy earlier in the season. Flies just fly out of his stomach, and they, one goes to Isaac, one goes to Derek, and I think one goes to each of the twins. I think, yeah, one goes to each of the twins, and so yeah. So basically, that's how that happens, and then and it causes them to act differently. But before that, Lydia and is it, crap, which Aiden? That's what it is. That's which one it is. Aiden they find Styles' body, and they take him to Scott's house, and they're, he's unconscious because he's healing, but he still has a huge gash in his stomach from when he cut himself open, and so they hold him down, and Deaton gives him cannabis venom, and it paralyzes him. They're not sure how long it's going to work for. So they paralyze him, and Styles is making idle threats to Aiden, like, oh, Ethan, he's in trouble. So Aiden goes to the school, and him and Ethan look like they're going to face off. And then Isaac shows up, and they act like they're going to face off. Isaac went and he, I guess, spent the night with Allison in the guise of, so that he could get her some of her werewolf hunting stuff, so that he could fight them. But Allison and Kira show up, and they try to fight them and try to hold off all three werewolves. Derek also, I forgot about Derek. Derek also gets one of the whatchamadookies, the flies in him, and so after a discussion with Peter, he ends up going to Argent's house, and he ties him to a chair, and he threatens to light him on fire. And that's what that happens. And so basically, Styles is paralyzed, and so he's tied up, and he's got his mouth duct taped, and he's taunting everybody. They're trying to figure out what to do, whether or not they have to bite him, what they have to do. And then he also has a weird thing with Scott's mom, where he says he knows what happened with Scott's mom and Scott's dad, which would make Scott hate her, and he's like taunting her with that. And then on a similar note, Scott's dad saves Sheriff Stilinski's job. Like, he's like, yeah, there's a lot of weird crap that goes on here, so I'm not going to make you hurt your job. And he's like, and that's not why I came. I came to talk to Scott. And the sheriff tells him, go talk to him. Then, with the help of Peter, he decides to show Scott how to, like, enter using sticking your claws into the back of somebody's neck, how you can read memories and enter somebody's mind in exchange for, I guess, Malia's name from Lydia. And so both Scott and Lydia go inside, because Scott sticks his claws at both Styles and Lydia, and they both start hallucinating at first. And Scott thinks he's making out with Allison in a closet, and Lydia thinks she's back at the high school for when she got attacked by Peter. And eventually, Peter snaps both of them out of it, and they end back in that white room from the end of the first half of the season with the Nematon in it. And they look and they see that Styles and the Oni are playing Chinese checkers. And no matter, they keep running at him. And no matter how far they keep running at him, they never get any closer to him. They can't interrupt their game at all. And so Lydia tells Scott, oh, he's part of your pack, so how do wolves communicate with the pack? And he goes, oh, you howl at him. So Scott transforms and he howls, and that knocks all the Isaac, Ethan, Aiden, and Derek out of there. And they all collapse. They start getting nosebleeds, and they collapse so that they don't kill anybody. And then Styles and Lydia all snap out of it, and then see Styles, he starts to act weird, and he pulls tape out of his mouth, and he starts basically vomiting these rags. And then once all the rags are out, out of the rags starts popping up what looks like the Nogitsune. So, they grab him, they struggle him down, but its face is covered, and it's clawing at his face. So Scott's like, wait, what? So he starts, pulling away at it, and it's Styles, and it's like, okay, I don't understand this. And they look behind him, and the first Styles and Lydia are both gone. So I guess the one that came out of the floor was the real Styles, the good Styles. And so that's the cliffhanger they left off with, is that this is, I think, the best episode of Teen Wolf I've seen. This one kept me on edge and thinking, and just wanting to continue watching. It was a really, really good episode. I don't give all the episodes a rating, but I definitely give this one a 9 out of 10. This was a phenomenal episode. It was very suspenseful. You just gotta. I wanted to just see what happens, and so yeah, I think that's a decent review. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Check out my other reviews. Check out all the reviews that we have. We have got lots of videos coming up, and I'll see you guys later.